Okay, our final presenter tonight is another one of my fantastic friends from the hacker space. In case you didn't know it, hacker is not a bad word. We've learned that tonight, right? There's a lot of hackers in this room. It's funny, when I try to explain to people I'm a member of a hacker club, they think we're out doing mischievous things, right? We're not. We're reverse engineering things. We're prototyping. We're just throwing it down, just like these guys you've heard tonight. And another guy who's throwing it down is Beau Turner. Beau is building things. He's exploring, he's building, and he's got some great thoughts to share tonight. Beau Turner.
Cool, thanks a lot. That feels really good. Can we do that one more time? That second round of applause was not for me. That was more for everybody in this audience. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why that's so important. So if we go ahead and get started with my presentation. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about it takes a community. So I've got a new local startup. We'll talk a little bit about this along the way. We'll talk about some successes, some failures, and I hope a lot of this applies to you in your life and that you'll be up here joining us in this fantastic adventure that we call life out here. First, I'd like you to join me. If you please stand up for just a moment. Very briefly, we got to snap right through this, so we're going to keep moving. All right, everybody in this room is a superhero. You may not know that. What I want you to do is to close your eyes, strike a Superman pose with both your hands in front of you and hold it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, sit down as fast as you can. Everybody in this room is a superhero. You may not realize that, but you are to all the people around you and to me standing up here. You are very important, and this is what it takes inside of a community. People like you to support everyone in this room. We could not have done this alone as we are. So first, let me give you a little bit of history about myself. So my name is Beau Turner. I'm involved in my second stage startup right now, which is the new tech startup in the area. And to give you an idea of why stuff like this is important, I think just over the summer we've had 12 new tech startups just in the Norfolk area. I've helped to create a new company called Reality Bridges. These are some of my partners inside of here. Steve Nelson, Trevor Lewis. We've got a little bit of history in here. And we're also one block over. So this is where our tech startup is. And how we got started with this is we looked at kind of an interesting problem. And as we started looking at what we could do is we wanted to find something that was important that not a lot of people did. And we realized that mobile phones, and how many people in this room have mobile phones? Every single person in this room. All right, so we wanted to take that and do something unique with it. So we looked at that and said, let's do real-time information for situational awareness. This is kind of our corporate pitch and kind of what's inside of here. I'm not going to read everything about this, but this is important, not just for the battlefield, not just for first responders, to be able to know where everybody is as part of their team. But we wanted to bring this to the playground. So we launched our first app with Zombie Tag Challenge, kind of give it a little bit of a zombie history inside of here, kind of a little theme there. So we wanted to take this and say, first, can we prove this piece works? And we've done that. We made an interesting, fun game, bring in all your friends, run around and play a game of zombie tag, and it's just a mobile game. So this is interesting and fun, not just for kids, not just for adults. We played with children as young as 4 and people as experienced as 80. It's probably a better way to say that. It's very fun. If I take my friend Zach Miller over here, you chase Zach around the room or you have him chasing you, this is something that makes you giggle like a kid no matter what your age is. So this is something that was kind of interesting for us. So with this being my second startup, I'll give you a very, very brief history. My first startup that I made about 5 years ago was done as a solopreneur, just myself. And at that time, there was not a single person. That was my first entry point into the mobile venture. In this area, there was not but one single person out there. And to this day, I still have not been able to meet this person. Our schedules haven't lined up. Fast forward to about 4.5 years later, and there are several people out here. This community is growing so fast. One of the key things about that is you have to have passion. If you're looking to take this and do something with it, if you've got this inner desire, and every one of these speakers and every person in this room has something about that, without passion, life is nothing. And Yoda said it at best that, you can do or do not, there is no try. This is the same for everybody. So I would encourage you to first take that step. And the second piece is identify some kind of a problem. Don't just create something just for the sake of it. You want to have that passion. Now find that problem to be able to solve with it. I look at great presentations tonight like Greg had earlier. This is something amazing. Talk about a problem that is just looking for a solution. These are things that are meaningful and matter. If they can save lives, if they can improve the experience for all of us that we live in the life around us, I think that's a problem we're solving. And there are so many problems that exist out there. You don't have to solve them all. Just pick one. More importantly is it takes people like that you have inside of this room to be able to find other people out there. Hacker spaces is one of the areas that was brought up. There's synthetic labs that exist out there. There are places for everybody. If you feel like an outcast and you're not sure where to go, but you want to do something, find and explore these places because these people are out there to support you. They're out there and they're the same just like you and me, and they're looking to change our lives and improve it for better. And it takes a community to bring all of these people together. These communities exist. Go out there, get involved, and find these people to do more. So how do we put all this together and take those 3 pieces or key pieces and create some kind of a form or a shell? Well, what I'd encourage you to do is, we talked about it being problems, we talked about being passion, we talked about it being people, and what I'd encourage you to do is find all of these people to create that community, and first and foremost is to participate. Because without you being that superhero, and when I mean participate, it's not that you have to know how to write code. You could just be that the 5 seconds that you give someone encouragement inside of here when they're getting kicked between the legs by every single person tells them what a horrible and bad idea or how terrible things are out there. Your participation inside of that can change that person's life and can change our future. You got people like Kevin Curry, what is with Code for America. This is stuff that's changing the world around us. So thank you very much. My name is Beau Turner, and that's my time.